Colleen Makhubele, who is the Johannesburg Council Speaker, saying that the motion has been passed. Let's take you to our reporter, Mbali Thethani, who's following the story for us. Mbali, the motion has been passed, but of course it wasn't all smooth sailing, with the DA requesting to have that caucus break, which has now been granted.
That started here this morning, of course, as council members tried to have that motion passed. And of course, we now know that it has been passed with at least 139 council members voting for it to go ahead. And of course, this means now that, the mayor is no longer in her position, and this will then force council members to vote in the new mayor. You heard just a short while ago, just before we broke off for that caucus break, where the speaker saying that they will allow for the IEC to come in here so that they can now proceed with the voting of a new mayor. But this happens on the back of as well that court action in which we are seeing from Mpho Phalatse herself saying that this sitting right here is illegal. And of course, coming from the benches of the DA as well, when they called for that caucus break, they were also then screaming and shouting, saying that this is an illegal session of council, also refusing to sign the register that will then be noted in the House that they did participate in the process that took place today. But just to bring us up to speed with what we saw take place here, Mpho, we are joined by Margaret Arnold, and she was responsible for bringing this motion. We have now seen that the motion that you as minority parties have brought to this House has now been passed.
Yes, it has been passed, and as you said before, it was chaotic, but that is a precedent that Vasco da Gama had set before. Remember, we voted in the Secretary to Council, and exactly the same thing happened, and the yeses had it, and we were saying, no, it's not right, and he allowed it to go through. So today they're getting a bit of their own medicine, and I'm sure it's a very bitter pill to swallow, but yes, we have done it, and 139, we are proud, we are happy that we've done it, and now the city will get a mayor that will ensure that there's service delivery.
Even though this council meeting goes ahead, the DA benches as well as Mpho Phalatse says that this meeting is illegal. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's illegal. It's not illegal. This is basically, I can't even say the last kicks of a dying horse, but to me it's like someone that is hiding something that doesn't want it to come out. Because if I was Mpho Phalatse and I thought she's the type of woman with integrity, I would have resigned today and let the process carry on. Or if I didn't resign, I would have sat in the meeting and allowed people to vote accordingly. But surely they don't have the numbers. You could see yesterday she was even prepared to go out to El Dorado Park and taint the councillors of the PA. We are not worried because before we came here, we sought legal advice and we were told carry on with the meeting. So we are carrying on with the meeting as per the legal advice that we got.
Mpho Phalatse is citing in her court papers that the programming meeting that took place to give the go-ahead for this meeting to take place did not occurrate. What are your thoughts on that? Because I know that you are someone who was also in that meeting.
The programming meeting did correct. I can show you minutes of the previous programming meeting where their partner, Action SA, actually said the third member that they had inside programming was illegally there. He actually said she's only there to bring to us the executive reports. She doesn't have any rights in the meeting. She must bring reports and then she must go. So we are 13 members and you can't cut a person in half. So we were 7 people in the meeting and that's why the meeting corrected.
One would say, is this just pure politics playing itself out here in the city of Johannesburg? Or is it issues that you as the minority opposition are bringing before this House wanting Mpho Phalatse to be removed as the mayor?
It's not politics. It's purely about the people. I think the last week has also taught us very much that Mpho Phalatse could rather be the MMC of community development rather than be a mayor, because she went past El Dorado Park where blood is laying on the floor of youngsters that has died, and she wants a formal invitation to come to El Dorado Park, and she rather goes to Avalon. Yes, our heritage needs to be preserved, but there are certain situations that you think about and you say, let me go first there, where blood has been spilled, where mothers are crying daily. And that to us says, Mpho Phalatse doesn't have the interest of any resident of the city of Johannesburg, but her own interest.
If the court declares this sitting illegal, what do you plan to do as the minority?
We'll go according to the court, and we listen to the court, because we are law-abiding citizens. We are not people that do not abide the law. But I will say that Mpho Phalatse was called to Eldorado Park. I have the SMS on my phone where she said, I need an invitation to come there. And if I get a formal invitation, then I will come after 14 days. We did give her a chance to come there, but she said she'll come on the 8th. Well, it's a bit too late. On the 8th, we are all done and things will be changing. So people that's saying it's a lie, let them lie down themselves.
Thank you very much. That is Margaret Arnold. She is from the AIC. And of course, she's also part of the minority opposition in this council. Of course, also just talking about the issues around the criticisms coming from councillors here in the council. Also saying that Mpho Phalatse has not taken note of what has been taking place in Eldorado Park, where a number of residents have been calling for her to intervene. But also saying that should the courts declare that this meeting is illegal, they will abide by the ruling from the courts.
Start to that meeting, Mbali. Of course, let's leave it there for now. Mbali.